you doing? I'm Mark.
Good. Hey, I'm Kendall.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Calvin.
I'm Avonlea.
Avonlea.
Cindy.
Cindy, great.
Hi, Rich. Good to meet you.
Rich. I'm the Doorbell Gourmet. I heard that you need me. What's
Terribly. We need you. We need a lot of help in our kitchen.
up? Okay. You're starving. We've got to cook some food right away, I guess. But first, before we go in the kitchen, I see a chicken coop back there.
Yes,
you
we
have
have
chickens.
Yes, we do.
Let's go take a look. But you have a food problem with the kids. And what
Yes,
is
we
it?
do. The problem is they won't eat anything I cook.
And I've already been through your pantry, sort of double checking, seeing like what you have to work with. You have this amazing supply of spices, herbs, every kind of pasta and this and that I could possibly think of, vegetables, meats, everything.
Yep.
But they won't eat that, will they?
No. Well, actually, I made them sign a contract, and
And
they
the-
came up with 12 meals.
And
that
this
they
is the
like.
actual contract right here.
Yes, it is.
I find this amazing. You've got 12 meals. Now, some of them are perfectly normal, steak, hamburgers. They're trying to branch out a little bit.
Well,
But
I guess.
you're stuck at the number 12 right now.
Exactly. I'd like 13.
Okay, we're going to shoot for 13, maybe even 14 if we
Ooh, that would be
possibly
good.
can today.
Great.
Now, I want to work also with things that the kids like, that they know, and things that you have. Now, the chicken coop out back totally fascinates me. I mean, let's face it, not too many people in Hudson have chickens.
Oh, that's true, but you can't cook the chickens, only their eggs.
I understand. Today we're going to do is take the eggs, take some bacon, which I know every kid loves, and some pasta, which I know they eat, and combine it to make pasta carbonara. And because I know your kids like rice, because I noticed one of the dishes here is arroz con pollo, rice with chicken,
Yep.
we're going to try a different kind of rice, Italian risotto, and see if we can at least get this up to 13, maybe even 14 on the list today.
That would be success for me.
Okay.
Could add some more items.
That's our goal, to expand the repertoire.
All right, great.
Let's go to the kitchen. Okay, we're in the kitchen now. For the first dish, I want to use these gorgeous eggs that they have. These are absolutely outstanding and as fresh can be. We're going to saute some thick slices of bacon with a little bit of butter and toss into that a mixture including the eggs, some Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of milk, and then toss into that some whole grain pasta. And that'll give us our pasta carbonara. And for our second dish, I brought along as our special ingredient today some arborio rice. This is imported arborio rice, which is specifically what they use to make Italian risotto. And we're going to make a very plain and simple risotto, combining that with a little bit of chopped celery, onions and carrots, and a little bit of chicken bouillon. Prepare the bacon, cutting it into thin strips, about 1/4 to no more than 1/2 inch wide. Smaller pieces like this will cook faster and give us these nice little bite-sized pieces of bacon in the pan. I'm going to prepare the basic batter for the carbonara mixture. We're going to start down here with 4 of those beautiful eggs we got from the coop. I'm going to add a little pinch of salt, pinch of black pepper, about 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, and 2 tablespoons of milk. You can use milk half and half, heavy cream, it doesn't matter. Just a little. I'm going to mix this all in together. And now it's ready to go. Okay, now to cook the pasta, we have a large pot of boiling salted water. To this pot, I'm going to add the entire package, around 13 ounces of whole grain spaghetti. Give it a good stir to make sure that the strands don't stick together. One thing I like to do, this pasta is entirely cooked. I'm about to add it to the pan, but I like to take a coffee cup and save 1 cup of the cooking water, and I'll show you why later. This comes in handy. We've put the bacon into a pot with 1 tablespoon of butter and slowly sauteed it to render most of the fat out. Now we're going to put the finishing touches on our pasta carbonara. We've cooked the pasta, we have the bacon nice and crispy in the pan, and we've already whipped up our eggs and dairy products. Just a matter of combining the ingredients. We'll go first to the pot of bacon right here, and we have probably around 3 or 4 tablespoons of fat on the bottom. I'm going to pour off just a little bit of that. I still want to keep a little in there to coat the noodles with. So I'm going to leave about a tablespoon of fat on the bottom of the pan. And I'll put that right back on the heat. And then to this, I'm going to add some of the hot pasta and let that pasta toss right in the bacon juices and pick up all that delicious flavor. We have our mixture of eggs, milk, Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add that right to the pan. And stir that around. And notice that I'm lifting it off the heat a little bit right now. I just want to slowly cook this into a creamy mixture. And then off here, I'm going to add, I already have a little Parmesan in there. I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And you'll remember that pasta water that I saved earlier. I'm going to add just a little splash of that to this. That pasta water has flavor in it. It has a little bit of starch, and it's going to help to give this a nice creamy texture. And the last thing we do is just check it to see if it needs any more salt or pepper. And there you go. And now we're ready to plate up the pasta carbonara. We've chopped up our celery, onion, and carrot. We're talking a total here of about just a half a cup of vegetables, very tiny amount. And we've sauteed it for about 5 minutes in 1 tablespoon of butter with a pinch of salt and pepper. Once the vegetables have sauteed, we're going to add directly to the pan 2 cups of the raw arborio rice. And we're going to stir this in here and actually saute the rice. I'm opening up a couple cubes of chicken bouillon. And I'm actually going to crush this and add this right to the pan and let it melt right into the risotto. By adding enough liquid to just cover the rice, let it come to a simmer, and then put it on a low burner and let it cook as slowly as possible. Every few minutes you'll notice that the risotto starts to get a little bit dry on the top as the moisture inside is absorbed into the kernels of rice. Every few minutes, add an extra ladle or 2 of water to the pan. And remember, we already added some bouillon cubes so that there's a nice chicken flavor to the entire sauce here. Sometimes people like to use wine, beef stock, mushroom stock. In this case, we're using a chicken stock. And I've added just enough water to keep it liquefied. And now we're going to let it simmer for a few more minutes. Okay, the risotto has absorbed all of the stock and is beautiful and creamy. And you want it nice and soft like this, not stiff and hard. I'm just going to mount that in the center of the plate and give it just a pinch of Parmesan cheese on top. And that's it.
Talbot likes it. This is delicious, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Well, the most important ingredient is actually the eggs from your backyard, because that's what helps make the sauce so nice and creamy. Hey, if you wanted to, you could put salami in there, you could put ham, you could put chicken, you could put vegetables, you could put shrimp, anything you like in there. Steak on top of it.
Thank
you, Doorbell Gourmet.
My pleasure.